and welcome to the Ruth and Elmer Wellin Museum of Art at Hamilton College. I'm Katherine Alcauskas, the museum's collections and exhibitions specialist and curator of this fall's exhibition, Innovative Approaches Honor Traditions. In celebration of the Wellin's 5-year anniversary, we've brought together 140 objects from the permanent collection, including recent acquisitions and those donated by alumni and friends over the last 200 years. The exhibition is split into 6 sections, each of which is inspired by one or more of Hamilton College's educational goals. The first section, Investigation Recognition, asks how art might help to develop our analytical skills. The artists of the artworks on view here utilize patterns, symbols, and schematics to represent and investigate the world around them. For example, Elias Samé, in the artwork seen here, a recent acquisition in the Wellin's first piece of contemporary African artwork, utilizes technological refuse to create the patterning. This section, Appreciation Evaluation, demonstrates how artistic practice and the study of art can increase visual literacy and promote aesthetic discernment. The works of art on view here feature styles, movements, and transitions that punctuate art's long history. Some of the works speak to artistic process, while others allude to art historical tropes. The following section, Tradition Inspiration, includes artworks that sustain cultural traditions or whose makers have borrowed or appropriated elements from other cultures and time periods. For example, in the 2 works seen here, a 16th century print and a sculpture from the turn of the 20th century, we see the long influence of ancient Greek and Roman artwork. These 2 pieces address the borrowing from other cultures. On your left is an ancient Etruscan picture that utilizes Greek Corinthian design, whereas here we have another recent acquisition, a contemporary print by artist Wendy Redstar, that addresses the appropriation of a Navajo design. This next section, Participation Condition, features artists whose artwork address socio-political concerns on both a local and global level. A number of works in the exhibition were acquired following their inclusion in some of the temporary exhibitions at the Wellin in its first 5 years. For example, this textile work by Karen Hampton features Hamilton alumnus Garrett Smith. It's one of a series of abolitionist portraits that the artist debuted here at the Wellin in fall 2015. This part of the exhibition, Imagination Invention, asks how the process of making and studying art can increase our curiosity and intellectual creativity. For example, this piece by American artist Rob Fisher utilizes the everyday material of a gymnasium floor to prompt the viewer to think about their surroundings differently. Likewise, Tony Ferrer, who created this artwork, utilized plastic bottles as conveyors of form and color. On the other hand, a number of the works in this section, such as these glass vessels from ancient Rome and the Middle East, highlight technical innovations. The final section of the exhibition, Transmission Articulation, includes works that shed light on how we communicate with one another, express ourselves, and transmit information visually. For example, the 2 works behind me are in dialogue with one another. British modernist Dorothy Shakespeare's watercolor includes a representation of her vorticist colleague Henri Gautier-Brechka's water carrier figure, also on view here and in the Wellin's collection. Thank you for touring the exhibition with me. If you're interested in learning more about any of the artworks that you've seen today, please check out the accompanying catalog available at the Wellin's website or at the museum itself. In addition, to learn more about the collection, please visit our database also on the Wellin's website.